Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jujutsu and I'm your friendly neighborhood anime and manga fan. I love all things anime and all things manga, and I'm here today to talk about Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 16. So, what did I think about this week's episode? I'm just gonna say straight up, I thought this week's episode is the single best episode in not just the season, I would say is the best episode of the entire series, because this episode was just awesome from beginning to end. I thought the pacing was awesome. I thought the action scenes were amazing. The animation was stellar. Every single thing about this week's episode was just 10 out of 10. I think that this week's episode, like I said, is the single best because it really paid off. It was everything that had been building up from previous episodes, and we got a huge payoff when it came to these fights between, Toji versus Megumi, Jogo versus Sukuna. Like, everything about this week's episode was just fantastic, and I would just give it a 10 out of 10. I thought it's awesome. It was just that good. Now, before I go any further, with this week's episode, I just want to give you guys a quick reminder to make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you guys can be up to date with all my Jujutsu Kaisen as well as all my anime and manga content that I'll be providing in this channel. It really helps out a lot, and I would really appreciate it if you could subscribe to my YouTube channel. So if you guys could, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, one last thing I wanted to note is I wanted to give you guys just a huge thank you for anybody that watched my Attack on Titan video. It really means a lot. It's actually right now, as the recording of this video is my single most liked video. So, thank you guys for anybody that sat down and actually watched that video in its entirety. And everybody seems to like it. And I read the comments and everybody seems to really like it. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a heads up of what's to come in the future when it comes to my content. So as of today, I'm recording this Jujutsu Kaisen review, and tomorrow there's a Berserk chapter that comes out. So I'll upload a video reviewing that chapter, and sometime over the weekend, most likely Sunday, I'll upload a Pluto review with the Netflix series of Pluto. Naoki Urasawa's one of his masterpieces, with my girlfriend. Me and her, since a lot of people really like, me and her just talking and, reviewing a series, it'll be more laid back. It'll be me and her talking about Pluto. We just finished it last week or a couple of days ago, and we absolutely love it. So look forward, pay attention and look forward to that. Now, also, as for next week, I got Chainsaw Man and My Dress Up Darling, so also look forward to that if you're a new subscriber to the channel. So if you are, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Now, let's get into this week's episode of Jujutsu Kaisen now that we got all that out of the way. So this week's episode starts off pretty much with Megumi and Toji fighting, and this fight is just it's a single-sided fight. It's not even a fight. I would just say it's a beatdown because Megumi's trying his hardest just to even get out of there because he knows that that Toji is just a completely different, he's built different. And he even says, like, oh my god, is this like how Maki would be? Like, is this a better version of Maki? Which, yes. Like, not even a comparison, because he even says, like, he has no curse energy. It's similar to Maki, and, this sets up a, important moment for Megumi where he's like, man, like, that's crazy. I never thought somebody would be even stronger than, Senior Maki. And we just see, Toji just wreck shop. Like, Toji just completely wipes the floor with Megumi, not even a contest. And it's just crazy. Like, Megumi giving it his all, Toji's not even trying. And while we proceed to see this fight, we also catch up with a little bit with Kozakabe and Panda, and we see what they're up to. And you see that we get a little bit of insight on Kozakabe's personality, and we find out that this guy, he's pretty strong. I'm not saying he's weak, but he's pretty strong as a sorcerer, but he doesn't now want to be in the danger zone. He wants to rather, take care of pedestrians and, anybody wandering around. He does not want to, he doesn't want any smoke. My man just wants to leave there as soon as possible. He does not want to be in the 5th floor fighting special grades, and I get it. I wouldn't want to do that neither, So we see pretty much they're like talking to these members of the Ghetto family, and we proceed to see that these people are just like, saying like, oh, we shall get revenge for our Lord Ghetto and all this. And we see that, they're talking about it, and Panda's like, yeah, well, let's find out. Kozakabe's like, oh my god, like, can you guys talk more, like, explain yourselves more, because he's trying to stall. He does not want to fight. He's like, oh man, come on, let's get this over with. And while all that is happening, we catch up a little bit with the principal and Shoko, and we see that pretty much how important Shoko was, to keep, like, secrets so nobody would know, the enemy wouldn't know where she's at, because right now, she's been the healer. She healed Ichiji and, all the people that have been, fatally wounded. She was the only one that could, heal them. Not even Gojo could be able to do something like that. And she's very important, and I like that, we get to really emphasize how important she is, because like I said, she's literally saving people's lives. So shout out to Shoko, awesome to see her. And catching up back where what's happening, we see that pretty much Megumi, continues to fight Toji and just completely gets, obliterated. Like he's not even a contest. And we see that Toji eventually like stabs Megumi. And in that stab, there's like a single moment where you see Toji just kind of like reflect on what he just did. He's like something's off. And then we see a flashback of Toji, and we see how it came to be where he talks to the head leader of the Zenin clan, the guy that got completely washed by Jogo last week's episode. We see that he was talking to Toji, and he's like, hey, when my son, he's gonna be probably a prodigy, make sure that, if he has an innate ability, sell him for 8, and if he has like curse energy and all that, sell him for 10. And he's talking about like he's reflecting on his choice, I think, as a father, and like just the fact that, because it seems very clearly that he realizes the second he stabs Megumi, he gets a closer look at his face and he realizes like, that's my son. And he even confirms it, I think, the second that he looks at Megumi and he backs away and he's like, what's your name? And then Megumi just proceeds to say Fushiguro, and Toji just smiles and he says, good answer, and just proceeds to kill himself. And I thought that was a very poetic / tragic and just overall well executed scene with Toji. It was very good scene in the manga, but I think in the anime they really executed even much better with the context of the voice acting, and just it was just such a good scene. And it's farewell to one of the greatest characters in Jujutsu Kaisen. He's gone. Like Toji, it was great seeing him. It's very tragic that Megumi doesn't even know that was his father, but Toji does know that, and I think that it's just beautiful. I thought that whole sequence was very well done. And now that we got the Megumi and Toji section of the episode out of the way, let's talk about the main event, which was Jogo fighting Sukuna. Or I wouldn't even say a fight, just like Jogo just completely getting washed by Sukuna, because Sukuna just beats the living crap out of Jogo. It's not even a contest. Jogo's giving it his all, and the most saddest part is that at some points he's having a flashback of how Kenjaku was telling him like, yeah, you're like 8 or 9 fingers optimistically, like, and obviously he was being very kind, I think, with those estimates. Realistically speaking, I wouldn't even go that far, because he's getting completely washed. Like, not even a contest. Like, he can't even land a hit. And, Yogo's giving it his all. He's using all his abilities. And, this big fire and all that. And, it's unfazed. Sukuna's just in a different league. And he proceeds to just wipe the floor with Jogo. And this was so dirty. I can't believe you animators are, you guys were trolling. And I know this because if you pause at the correct frame, there's a zoom up of Sukuna's face, when he's beating the living crap of Jogo, where they literally draw Sukuna with a troll face. You can make this stuff up. It's right, like, you'll see it right. I'm providing it the screen if you guys haven't seen it. This was disrespectful. I've never seen animators go to that extent. I would say that they completely like just meme on a character like that. So I love that. That was great. I think poor Jogo, he could not catch a break. He got memed on like literally by the animators themselves too. So that's insane. So we continue to see, and we catch up with Kozakabe and the people, and they're just talking about it, like the ghetto members are talking, and there's like a little flashback of some of the members are like, when they disbanded, they're like, we'll do our own thing, and they seem to like they want to get revenge for Ghetto and all that, and these people they're about to fight Kozakabe, and Kozakabe's like, okay, I'm down for it. And literally, like, out of nowhere, like, Kozakabe's like, hey, we should get out of here, because all these special grades, 2 special grades are fighting each other. I don't know why, but I know it's not good news. And then the Ghetto family members like, no, we gotta fight. And Kozakabe's like, are you freaking crazy, bro? We're just like elephants. Like, no, they're elephants and we're ants. These special grades are elephants, we're ants. We gotta get out of here. And he starts to run, and then Sukuna just bumps out on him. He's like, I would suggest you stay still. And then you're like, oh my god, no, like, this is not gonna end well. And we just see like Sukuna just tells me, hey, okay, because you see that Jogo is gonna drop like this meteor fireball thing, and then Sukuna's just like, all right, stand still, don't move, and if you do not follow my orders, I will kill you in an instant. So then you see like this meteor thing falling down, and Sukuna's like, "Don't move, not yet, not yet." And he's like, when it's like almost about to hit them, he's like, "All right, you guys can move," and they just all disappear. They all speed blitz. They get out of here, and we see like this meteor attack hits Sukuna, and Sukuna's like, Yogo's like, "Hey, there's no way he's unscathed after that." And then Sukuna's like, "Are you sure about that?" It was that John Cena meme of, "Are you sure about that?" And he just proceeds to tell Yogo like, "All right, let's have one final showdown." And you see that he pulls out this flame technique, and even Yogo's like, "How do Sukuna, your techniques were to be dismantling and slicing. What is that about?" And Sukuna's like, "Oh, I won't tell you." Like, and you're like, "Whoa, what's this?" And we proceed to see that Sukuna does this fire technique, and he's pretty much like, "All right, let's have we'll have a one-on-one, like whose flames are stronger." So then Sukuna gets his technique ready. Yogo's building up his attack, and then we cut to a white panel where all the other curses that have died, which if Yogo just proceeds to die, and this is him like picturing himself in the afterlife, and he's just like, "Oh my god." And he's talking about like, "I'm so sad, like once if we're reborn, we won't be the same people, but I just hope that I'll see you guys again." And like, it's very sad. I was like, "Man, Yogo, that sucks, man." Like, I really like Yogo. Yogo was a good character, and yeah, he just went out. But to be fair, he did go out like a boss because he had the praises of Sukuna, because Sukuna did say, "In all the 1,000 years I fought, it's been a very long time since I found someone as strong as you. So, don't be ashamed. Like, you're pretty powerful. Just you weren't strong enough." Like, pretty much. And it's a nice moment for Yogo, and it also like you just proceed to see Yogo's like body turn like burned to a crisp, which is ironic because he's the curse of volcanoes and flames. So like, it's just goes to show how strong Sukuna is, right? And we end we end the episode where pretty much we see that Sukuna just like meets up with Urahime or something like that. I forget the dude's name, but he's like, "Hey, long time no see, bro." Like, the guy that's always with Geto with the white and red hair, like, but he's like, "Hey, long time no see, how you been?" Like, just catching up, and you see the music all happy while you see Gojo's corpse, and also you see like Megumi like bleeding to death, and because the blonde dude had a cheap attack on Megumi earlier in the episode, which it leads up with, I guess, a creature being summoned. We saw some footsteps, Megumi on the floor, and you see the blonde dude, the guy that Nanami beat up. You see that he's like freaking was like, "Whoa, what is this? What is this?" And yeah, that's how the episode ends. We pretty much get to see just a complete wash of Yogo, completely getting destroyed. And I thought this week's episode was just amazing, and I can't wait to see what the next episode has to bring, because it's only gonna get better and better, guys, trust me. So with all that being said, what did you guys think about this week's episode? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Did you guys thought it was alright? What did you guys thought? Let me know in the comment section down below. Also, thank you so much for sticking all the way to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more anime and manga content in the near future. But yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.